Sharper Point Commentary, presented by Schwartz Laser Eye Center.
Lawmakers introduced a $1.2 trillion spending package that sets the stage for avoiding a partial government shutdown this weekend and allows Congress, nearly 6 months into the budget year, to complete its work in funding the government through September. But they won't really be funding it because it's estimated that this deal will lead to $1.5 trillion being added to our public debt, on top of the $3 trillion that's been added over the last 12 months, bringing us to a total as of today of more than $35.5 trillion. That amounts to $267,000 of debt for each and every one of us taxpayers. The president's visit to the Valley this week and the huge price tag that came along with it got me wondering, are there any fiscal conservatives left in this world? Think about what President Biden announced yesterday. Almost $20 billion in taxpayer dollars for grants and loans for one corporation, Intel. Don't get me wrong, Intel's a company I want to do well. I'm a Valley resident. They're a huge part of our economy. Plus, my mom's cousin was Robert Noyce, the inventor of the integrated circuit and co-founder of Intel. By the way, my side of the family never saw any of that wealth, or if they did, they blew it because we were living in trailers by the time I became a teen. I get that there's a certain national security aspect to encouraging microchip production in the U.S., with communist China slobbering all over Taiwan, where most of them are made now. But Intel is worth $182 billion. By saying that, I'm not griping over the lack of transference of wealth within my family. I'm griping over the huge amount of transference from taxpayer pockets to a huge corporation. In my Arizona AZ political podcast that just dropped this morning on KTAR.FM, former Arizona Congressman Matt Salmon talked about how the Republican Party has changed, including the fact that there are no budget hawks in the Republican Party anymore. No fiscal conservatives, it seems. NBC News political analyst Chuck Todd agreed with Salmon on Arizona's Morning News today and pointed out that the Democrats don't really have anybody keeping an eye on things either.
And look, the Democratic budget hawks, ones that usually conservatives like Matt Salmon don't like because they think you ought to raise some taxes to deal with the debt as well as spending. But either way, there really is only one side of this conversation being had these days on how you tackle the debt.
No, the conversation that's being had about the debt really is no conversation. Even the non-budget hawk Democrats should be against this giant corporate welfare, and it's something that Republicans used to stand against. They called it crony capitalism, but it's all changed in the world of Donald Trump and Joe Biden.
There's a lot of things about our politics where up is down and left is right, and cats and dogs are living together. It's pandemonium, as Bill Murray once said.
Yeah, it's something to laugh about so you don't go insane.
Thanks for watching Sharper Point. Click to see more from Arizona's Morning News and tap the button in the middle to subscribe.